Sun Life Financial is proud to partner with Canadian HR Reporter and Thomson Reuters on the following roundtable, which takes an in-depth look at benefits fraud. For more information on what you can do to protect your organization and your employees from the risk of fraud, visit sunlife.ca/fraud management.
When people hear about benefits fraud, they may not know exactly what that means, but many employers, healthcare providers, insurance companies, and industry associations, along with law enforcement, are more than familiar with the term. That's because it's a multi-million-dollar problem involving employees and vendors who exploit a company's benefits plan for financial gain. Canadian HR Reporter recently moderated a roundtable sponsored by Sun Life Financial that brought together several experts to discuss the challenges of and possible solutions to benefits fraud, looking at issues such as employee behavior, the role of law enforcement, fraud prevention techniques, and the importance of proper communication and transparency. In this video, the third of a three-part series, panelists talk about the ways plan sponsors, insurance companies, industry associations, and law enforcement can work together to try and prevent benefits fraud.
One of the things we're doing right now, and we are partnering with Sun Life on this, is we're starting with the downtown hospitals an approved provider network, so that we'll vet all, we'll go out to an RFP, we'll vet all the firms that we will do business with, and broad enough that people from Burlington to Oshawa to wherever will have access, and we'll bring some stuff in-house too. And we will check on these companies on a regular basis to ensure they're viable businesses that we want to actually do business with. The other thing is, in talking about sort of a holistic approach, that the more organizations are willing to put effort against this and start to really look at where the fraud is happening and work with the insurer or whatever it is to get this moving, it highlights it more. So it may not be one case. It's a case of if there's sort of an understanding of the brevity of how much fraud in totality is happening in this front, I think it raises awareness.
Well, and the risk again, because the basic core of actually crime prevention is creating that risk. And if you create that risk, you're going to decrease whatever it is, whatever type of crime it is.
I don't know if the rules are the problem. The problem are the people who find loops around the rules. So I don't want to penalize the people who would never, ever occur to them to misuse a plan, because they're there for a reason, right? They're there to keep people healthy and their families healthy. So our point is to get at the risk, the people who are putting us at risk at this, and really get at, education's a big one, all those kinds of things. Plan design is a continuum. It's always a continuum, and you want to stay current for what people need based on your demographic and all that, and what your plan members want as well. I don't know that it's not the design of the plan. It's the people who are abusing the plan itself.
On our website at CLHA, we have a tip line. Now, it's housed on our website, but we don't have any visibility to it. So it does allow, plan members to either go in and send a tip to one insurer, or they can do it to all insurers at one time through an email. But I've also had some providers that have been phoning and saying, I'm pretty sure my number is still being used at a clinic that I'm no longer at. And I'm like, you want to get the message out to the insurers, go onto our website, go to the tip line and send it out. We don't know if they're doing it, but I've gotten a number of calls that way, so hopefully they're doing it, because, we have to be wary about privacy laws and that type of thing, but, if they go in and they can do a one-stop shop and send the message out, that's good. One of the things that we're working on right now with the industry, I know that each insurer to some degree has an education awareness campaign that they can share with employers and plan members to try and raise awareness on what fraud is. But we were asked this year to start looking at an industry-wide education campaign. So we're working on that, and it's bringing to light some interesting information. So we're excited about the direction that's going to go. But it'll be a situation where it's not for one insurer, it's going to be for the whole industry, and everybody can use the information with their own programs, but more overarching. That's one of the things that our organization does, is advocate for things like that for the industry. So in terms of where we were talking about clinics not being regulated, pushing for regulation in that area, or there's different providers in different provinces that they're regulated and in other provinces they're not. So massage therapy is a classic example of that. It's not regulated the same in all provinces. So that would be one of the things in terms of a regulation or a regulatory standpoint that could help. Colleges can't stop it altogether, but it does, put that extra layer in on providers. So
We had physicians who didn't actually know they were accomplices to the crime because, they're working together and said, could you just write me a script for compression hose because I need them because I'm working? And they say, fine, I'll just give it to you, but I'm not actually a patient, and you can't do that. So we've had to go out and do some education with doctors too, who in good faith just thought they'd write a script for somebody who was running around, but they can't be doing that either.
one thing that we worked on was actually with pharmacy. So a group of people from the CLIJ and a group of people from the Canadian Pharmacy Association working together to create an agreed upon audit best practices document. So we've got that finalized now, and the communication will start going out about that. But it'll help, the industry being able to do audits, because it's frustrating for a pharmacist or provider or anyone when you have a multitude of insurance companies looking to do audits, coming in and doing audits kind of at the same time, different format. It's a burden on their business sometimes. So, trying to get an understanding of why the audits are taking place and what they'd be looking for in a communication, hopefully will help in that process as well.
So we're really looking forward to provincially anyway, the announcement of the provincial, I think they call it, they changed the name a few times, but the major fraud, the serious fraud task force, serious fraud office. We've been working, Sun Life's been working with the Ontario Association of Chiefs of Police to push that as well, and as well with the OPP to really drive that. Because although it was initially created for stage car accidents and the property and casualty business and that type of insurance, it does fit within our mandate as well to get benefits fraud on the forefront. So we're hoping that will assist us, but we're also looking at other strategies, potentially dedicated Crown attorneys, even some sponsorship of the OPP dedicated to a serious fraud office. We're open to all the discussions. We're open to pretty much anything